Hey guys, Greg from FactionFab. Today we are excited to announce our brand new FactionFab version 2 coilovers, redesigned from the ground up to home in on what makes each of our coilovers some of the most loved coilovers for the Subaru market. With this release, we are finally bringing our top-selling FL specs to all of our existing fitments. So for the first time, you can get these for your 02 to 07 WRX or STI, or any of the 8.6 chassis models, the FRS, BRZ 8.6, and GR 8.6, including the brand new 2022 models. The version 2 coilovers will be coming to you in our FL-Spec and FR-Spec lines, which come with the same great features that our version 1 coilovers offered, along with some new ones. Now, these features include 30-click damping adjustability, monotube shock designs in the front and rear for all applications, ride height adjustment that is independent of preload, corrosion-resistant forged 6061 anodized aluminum collars, fine-tuned reevaluated spring rates specific for each model's weight and dynamics, front camber adjustment, and model-specific fitment that retains all OEM mounting locations and methods for parts like the ABS wires and brake lines. Now, we recognize that there were so many features left on the table from our old design that we had to make sure they were included with the V2. The first ones are specific to the 02 to 07 models, which now come with rear camber plates and rear damping adjuster extenders. The second are adjustable front end links for the 8.6 chassis models to correct sway bar geometry after lowering. Now, these are included with our version 2 coilovers, no add-on or hidden charges to get these for your car. Now, we have kept the same great design for our entry-level F-Spec coilovers, and these, along with our brand new FL-Spec and FR-Spec options, will round out our offerings so you can find the coilover which is right for you. Now, to settle the question of which coilover that is, let's go over each line so you have a good understanding of what you'll be getting right out of the box. The first line is our F-Spec, which again has been unchanged as long as they've been available. This coilover is our entry-level budget coilover, but believe me, the features available on this coilover are far from budget, for full height and damping adjustment. This coilover is a fantastic option for someone who values retaining comfort in the car for a family or long daily drive over less than ideal roads, but still wants to fine-tune the ride height right where you want it. It has a moderate drop range while still maximizing shock travel. It has softer spring rates and rubber isolating top hats that absorb bumps and NVH to give you a near OEM-like ride quality with a good increase in performance. The next is our FR-Spec, which we have deemed as our racing spec coilover. If you are looking for a track setup or you want a no compromises weekend canyon carver, this is the set you're gonna wanna buy. The FR-Specs have solid aluminum camber adjustable top hats, aggressive spring rates, and stiff internal damping to squeeze every second out of your lap time. These coilovers also have a mild drop range so that we can maximize the fluid and travel for consistent performance on the track. Now, I will add a disclaimer that these coilovers are not for the faint of heart, and these racing-focused features may not be the favorite on road trips or around town. But what they lack in comfort, they make up for on the track. When I was behind the wheel with the FR-Specs on our local track, I was able to really see the end result of our dynamic damping adjustment. This graph shows the average lateral G-forces at different damping settings side by side with time. If you look at the gray line, you can see that the maximum G-force at full soft peaked at 1.16 Gs. The yellow line on 20 clicks gave me a good bump up to 1.2 Gs. The red line shows full stiff at 30 clicks, where I was able to get a face melting 1.28 Gs. This increased force allowed for faster speeds in the corner and higher confidence throughout the rest of the course, which gave me a final result of a near 6-second drop in lap times. This testing was conducted at UMC, a full high-speed track in great conditions where it is prudent to run damping this stiff. But the damping control on these FR-Specs is no joke and can be tailored to suit your vehicle through events where softer damping will be better, such as a less maintained canyon road or rallycross. Finally, we are left with our FL-Spec line. This has by far been our biggest selling option, and we contribute its success to being our best all-around coilover. We have combined the best features of both the F-Spec and the FR-Spec and gave it a much greater height adjustment range, which is up to 4-inch drop in some applications. One of my favorite features of the new FL-Specs is a top hat that utilizes a rubber isolated core that absorbs a big chunk of noise, vibration, and harshness, but still uses a camber plate for increased camber adjustment. The FL-Specs come equipped with spring rates that are between the FL-Spec and FR-Spec, giving you a great performance without the commitment of a full race suspension. This is the perfect setup for someone who might do 1 or 2 track days in their daily driven vehicle. Now, to summarize this info, here is a chart showing the main features of each line so you can choose which one best fits your needs. Each product page on our website will have specific spring rates, ride height, and all other details listed. But as always, feel free to email us if you have any other questions about the coilovers. We are so excited to get these into your hands and think you'll love them as much as we do. Make sure to like this video if it helped you decide what coilovers you should buy, and hit subscribe and tap the alert bell to keep an eye on our channel for more new products coming really soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.